In this second problem here, notice that we have 3 points. We have one open dot over here on the top left. We have a closed-in dot down here at the bottom, and a closed-in dot over here on the right. So if I want to talk about domain, right, I'm going to write the word domain. That represents my values of x. And so I want to see how far does my graph go to the left and how far does it go to the right. Now, if I'm going to the left, the furthest it goes to the left is this point right here at the open dot. And that value is -7. So the furthest I go left is -7. And the furthest I go to the right looks like +8. It lines up right there with +8. Now when I write this, because this is an open dot, it never actually touches -7, but it comes really close. So I'm going to go ahead and use my parenthesis because it never touches it. It's not a closed dot, but it comes really close. I'm going to type in -7, or I should say right, put my comma, and on the right side, notice it does go to a closed dot, right? That's filled in. So for that one, for +8, I'm going to go ahead and put a bracket. And that is my domain of this function. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at the range. So remember, when we're looking at range, we're looking at our y-axis. How far does my graph go up and how far does it go down? So I'm going to start by going down because the lower value is the one that we always put on the left. And from here, it looks like it lines up and goes down as far as -2. So this point lines up with -2. So I am going to use a bracket because that is a closed dot. So -2, comma. And then I want to see how high does my graph go. Well, the highest it goes, it looks like all the way up here. And it goes, looks like to +8 on the y-axis. Now notice that is an open dot. Because it's an open dot, I'm going to put +8 and I'm going to use the parenthesis. And that is my range. So this is all in interval notation, but that is how you find the domain and range. Now let's go ahead and say that this particular problem right here, let's say that if we were asked to do it in a different type of notation. So instead of interval notation, let's say it said set notation. So let's take a look at that, at what that would look like. So we're going to write something similar to an inequality, but we're going to start out by doing the domain. And I'm going to draw this set right here, this bracket, which represents that this is a set. And I'm going to put x because we're doing domain. Draw my line. And now I'm going to write an inequality. So when I write the inequality, right, I want to see the furthest I go left. And in this case, it is -7. And so I'm going to write -7. I am going to go ahead and put a less than symbol. The reason I'm using less than is because we have an open dot. Because there's an open dot, it never touches it, but it becomes really close. And then I'm going to put x. Now I want to look at what the furthest it goes right. Well, the furthest it goes right is +8. Notice that's a closed dot. Because it's a closed dot, I'm going to use a less than or equal to sign. And then I'm going to put 8. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close my set. And this is my domain. So it looks very similar to what you would have done in Algebra 1, right, when you're writing inequalities. The difference is we have these brackets represent that this is a set. So let's go ahead and do the range real quick. So I'm going to write range right here. Those are my y values. The lowest it goes down, we confirmed, was at -2. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my brackets. So -2. Now that is a closed dot, so therefore I'm going to use the less than or equal to sign. And I'm going to go ahead and put my y value, or my y variable I should say. And then the highest it goes all the way up to +8. But that is at an open dot. So I'm going to put less than +8. And then go ahead and close my set. And that is my range. So that's how you do set or interval notation on one of these problems where you're asked to find the domain and range.